Kingdom Protista are eukaryotes that are mostly unicellular. You can have some multicellular protists. I'll point them out. Most of them are unicellular though. They are the first living organisms to acquire energy through multiple means. So we can have a vast difference in the protist kingdom. And this is why biologists have been confused with how many kingdoms should be part of this category, because of the vast differences that we see in all these different organisms. Honestly, if an organism doesn't fall in domain bacteria, domain archaea, or in the animal kingdom, fungi kingdom, or plant kingdom, then biologists go ahead and put it in the catch-all category, protist kingdom. I can tell you that probably from a decade from now, as you guys learn this, these kingdoms will change and biologists will have a new classification, definitely given new technology to help us out what this means. So what is a protist? A protist is, as I mentioned to you guys, a catch-all category that's going to include all eukaryotes that are not any of the other kingdoms, so not fungi, plants, or animals. Here I have a couple of different protists that I'd like to show you guys, and the way that this lecture is going to flow is basically the different classifications of protists. So let me get my pointer here before I continue on. So protozoans are going to get hit up first. These are all type of protists. So protozoans will come up first, then I'll do slime molds, then I'll cover algae at the end, both unicellular and multicellular. Algae is a protist, not a plant, as many students tend to believe. Okay. So the first thing I want to hit up is this autotroph right here. Protists can be photosynthetic. These are known as autotrophs, and they belong to an informal category called algae. Protists can also be heterotrophs. They acquire food from other organisms. That's what heterotrophs are. They can't make their own food, so they need food from organic matter. So some are fungus-like and obtain organic molecules by absorption, so kind of just being around wherever they're going to obtain nutrients from and kind of sucking in through their walls of the cells into their own cell or cells, usually unicellular though, this absorption means. Others are more parasitic and they derive its nutrition from an actual living host. Usually this is going to be harmful for the host, and this is known as parasitism, positive-negative relationship. Last up, we have these weird little guys known as Mixotrophs. Euglena is an example of a mixotroph, and mixotrophs can perform both photosynthesis and heterotrophy, so they can actually acquire energy through multiple means.